Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am excited to record again, and there's just been some things that have been on my mind, and I'm just excited to get them all out and share them with you. So right now is a time of the year, and it is 40 days before Easter, and this is a time called Lent. So as I have just been trying to really, whoa, my hands look huge. Sorry. As I'm growing in my faith and just wanting to die to my flesh daily and just take the time to, realize what Lent is actually about. The Christian church doesn't exactly celebrate Lent. Some people do. And I think it's just a great way to prepare your heart for this season and this time of the year. I know, a lot of people are like, oh, I don't celebrate Valentine's Day because I celebrate it every day. And I think that goes the same with your relationship with God. Some people, I don't celebrate Lent because I should be celebrating Jesus' death every day. And that is true. We should every day wake up thanking God for what he did in sending his son to this world. At the same token, though, I think it is a beautiful thing to be intentional and say, for these 40 days, I'm going to fast on Fridays, or I'm going to give up social media, or I'm going to give up sugar. I'm going to give up something I use in my personal life a lot, and I want to take that time instead of doing that thing or eating or whatever it is exactly that you're doing, just taking the time to say, instead of doing that, I'm going to do this instead. So one of the things that I'm doing is I gave up, I really only had Instagram, but I gave up Instagram for Lent. It's a 40-day period. I'm on day 22, 23, and I cannot tell you, the first couple days were really hard. You automatically, the first thing I do normally, I'm just being super honest with you. So I would wake up in the morning and I would just go directly to Instagram and scroll through for 5 minutes to see what I missed out on in the 8 hours I was sleeping. And then I could go do my devotions. And I just felt like there was something kind of off about that. I didn't really think that as a woman pursuing a very intentional relationship with God, that seeing what everybody else is doing was more important than me getting fed spiritually first and foremost. So I was like, you know what? This Instagram thing, I guess, is a little bit of a problem for me. So I'm gonna have to withhold for a little while. In the first week, oh my gosh, I was on vacation in Florida, and it's just fun. I'm gonna take a picture of me on the airplane. I'm gonna take a picture of me enjoying the weather, and it's so easy to get caught up. Really though, it is so easy to get caught up in everybody, look what I'm doing, look what's going on in my life. And I just was like, no, I'm going to focus on God. And every time I want to go to Instagram, I'm going to go to the Bible app. And slowly but surely, I was like, okay, giving up Instagram, not seeing what everybody else in my life is doing is actually so nice. I don't even care. I don't care what you all are doing on your Instagrams and bragging about. Okay, that was intense. I don't mean that you're bragging. I love you guys. Oh man, I'm sounding like a big fat jerk. Okay. I don't mean that I don't care about you, but what I'm saying is I think that there comes a point where we can sometimes compare ourselves to other people, or just focus on things that we don't need to be focusing on. So what I did was I was focusing on the moment. I'm going to enjoy this time with my sister, with her boyfriend, with my grandfather, with myself, and just read the word, pray, go on walks, just really pursue God and figure out what he wants me to do in this season of my life. And when you can take out those distractions and stop looking at what everyone else is doing in their world and in their life, you're just like, you know what? I think this is kind of a really cool time to just figure out what God wants to do with me and be intentional in the moment when you're with the people that you're with. I think sometimes we really take for granted being present, and that's not a thing that's common anymore. Going to a really cool restaurant and you're on a on a date or you're with your friends, and instead of actually being with that person in the moment and looking into their eyes and having a conversation, you're on your phone, they're on their phone, maybe separate times, maybe at the same time, or you're just taking pictures of your food. Like, who cares? Just eat the food. And I'm saying that like I am totally guilty of it. If I am at a cool restaurant with a cool plate of food, I used to do that. Like, and there's nothing wrong with that. I want to reiterate, there's nothing wrong with Instagram. I'm not telling you guys that you should all get rid of your Instagrams. I'm just saying there's so many benefits to just taking time to say, you know what, I'm not going to focus on this right now. I want to focus and be intentional about this. And the reward that comes with that. And the greatest thing that I can tell you is after those first couple of days, you know, it's kind of hard. You want to go see what's going on. The thing I miss the most is my church. I'm going to be so honest. On Sundays, it is so hard for me not to just want to like grab a friend's Instagram, like, let me look at your phone and look what happened today at church, even though I was there, you know, like I just love my church. I love the Instagram, #Kings Ohio. I'm plugging my church on this, whatever. Okay, it's cool though. It's a great place. So the number one thing that I have found when you take time away from social media, when you're taking away distractions, you're taking away that need to look at what everyone else is doing, you have to look more at yourself and more, there's more time to be self-aware. And that can be good if you are being an intentional person and you want to grow and you want to be a better, godlier human being. Even if you're not a Christian, just taking the time to get away, you'll find, this is my number one thing. The number one thing that I found when I took time away from Instagram and still taking time away is that I don't even think about comparing myself to people at all. Like, I don't compare myself or my body or those anxieties, those insecurities that come from comparison. And maybe guys don't do that as much. I don't want to like categorize like girls do this, guys do that. I don't really know. I'm not a guy, so I can't tell you what guys think. But I mean, we're all human, so why wouldn't they compare themselves sometimes? But if you struggle with like depression or anxiety, I would definitely consider taking time away from social media. And I know that can be hard for some people, just because they think, well, I'm talking to like a lot of people on there and that's my connection. Like, okay, if you're talking like you're that great of friends with that person, there's no reason why you shouldn't have their phone number. And if you're not that close, like maybe you're kind of like talking to a guy or a girl, there's a couple of things that you could totally do. First thing, if you're really bold, I don't know where you're at in the situation, but you could just simply say, hey, I'm taking time from social media. If you want to contact me, here's my number. And you can go that way. That way, like, hey, you just like totally slid in their DMs and then got their phone number, and now you move to the next level. You're no longer on Instagram messaging. So thank you, you're welcome. Not thank you, just you're welcome. Second thing, you can say, hey, just want to let you know I am taking some time away from social media. Give them a couple of days so they can respond. They can say, well, hey, like, sure, I'll give you my phone number. There's another way to make that happen. And then if there are people that you really shouldn't be talking to anyway, it's a great excuse. Like, hey, sorry, I'm going off Instagram, or just do it. Like, I don't know how serious the conversations are. And then some people might be scared, like, but then like, that's like a great way to, if I'm like, I know I'm speaking for single people here. Like, I know that a lot of people use Instagram, like the messenger, and it's really easy just to communicate easily without pressure with like guys or girls or whatever. I mean, I don't know, like, who cares? If they're supposed to be in your life and they're meant to be with you or in your life, like, they're gonna be there after you give up social media. Or like, I don't know, maybe you see them in other places. Like, it's a great way to cross the bounds of social media and actually talk to them in person, which if you want to be with them, that's probably what you should be doing anyway. I feel like my Lent talk is like turning into me telling people how to get a boyfriend or girlfriend. This is weird. I don't know. All I'm saying is I have found so much freedom in giving up Instagram, social media, all of those things, and so much fulfillment and hope in my life and in my future, taking the time instead of being on there to read God's word, read other books, have phone conversations, like talk on the telephone, like old school stuff, right? Or just be with the people that be present, be with the people that you're with. And I don't know, you're just gonna feel refreshed. Like, I've had a long day of work, just worked out. It is late at night. This is like makeup from the morning. And I do have one of those little lights above me, whatever. But hey, I feel like I got a glow about me. I'm happy. I'm excited to see what God is gonna do in my life and continue to do through me. And I just want to encourage you, like, giving up social media is not that bad. I know some people use social media for work, so like maybe they can't. But I mean, if you can, try it, see what happens. It's not easy though at first. I just want to give you a fair warning on that. It is not easy at first. First couple days I was having serious, like, I just want to go on there and look and see what's going on. And I'm very selective. I only follow like 250 people. And actually, now that we're on that topic, let's go there. You should look through who you're following. There's been several times in my life that I'm just like, you know what? I'm gonna go through people I'm following, the people I want to look at what they're doing, and just decide like, hey, do I want to see what's going on? Do I want to see the content that they're posting? Is it edifying me? Do I feel like it's doing honestly, like, is it doing me any favors? Do I feel a certain type of way? Should I be looking at this? Is this bringing distractions that I don't need? Go through the people that you're following and just really think about what you're allowing into your spirit, like what you're looking at, who you're looking at, and go through and just unfollow some people. And I can tell you, it feels really good. And now anyone seeing this video is gonna go look and see if I follow them, and if they don't, they're gonna unfollow me. If I don't follow you, please don't be offended. I don't need to see everything, and you're probably a great person, so don't be upset. I don't know why I'm talking so much. Okay, well, there's my 2 cents about Instagram and why it's a great idea to walk away from it sometimes. And then when you feel like you're ready to go back on there and just hang out with the social media world, totally do it. Just consider like taking time away or going through and filtering the people that you follow. And just kind of checking yourself, like, what am I looking at? And if I do have anxiety or depression, and please don't think that I'm saying that if you struggle with depression or if you are clinically depressed that it's because of Instagram. I am not saying that. What I am saying is take a look at what you're allowing and see like, hey, I am a little depressed right now, or I'm a little anxious right now. Why is that? Like, maybe it has something to do with what I watch, what I listen to, what I'm looking at in my Instagram feed, and just go from there. It's super easy, just little by little, step by step, day by day, see how you can make your life a little bit better. All right, guys, thanks for checking out my video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, don't give it a thumbs down, please. And spread the word. If you liked it, just put a comment down below and just tell me what your thoughts were. If you didn't like it and you disagree with what I'm saying, you can also put a comment down below. Have an awesome day, have an awesome week, and thanks so much for watching. See ya.